Let's have a look at the camera application in the HTC Mozart phone, or the Windows Mobile 7 phone. I'm not sure where the split is between what HTC does and what Windows does. But let's look at the camera anyway. The camera is accessible here. I press camera and I jump straight into an image. If you're wondering what this picture is all about, it's because I normally attach the phone to some kind of wood here. Out here, where you can't see it, I have another piece of wood, and my camera is then sitting on top of this. So normally the camera will show nothing else than a black surface as out here. But I've made a hole in my setup here in order to be able to view something in the viewfinder here. And what I'm viewing at now is the floor, and because the floor is very boring, I've just put a book there. There's no product placement here or anything, it's just a book. So this is the viewfinder. Let's have a look at the icons on it and what they will do. The plus and the minus sign here are pretty simple to understand. It's about zooming. If I zoom in, it's done stepwise. It's a bit of a problem when I use the camera that I cannot zoom, let's say, seamlessly into something. Normally I can do that in other digital cameras or in other mobile phones, so it's kind of a glitch here that is not present, this, let's call it stepless or seamless zoom. But I'm pretty sure people can get used to it, and it's not a huge usability issue, it's just a question of how they implemented the zoom. I would prefer a seamless zoom anyway. Over here is a button with two parts. You can see a very small camera and a very small video camera. So it indicates that you can change between camera and video camera, and that's what happens. But the problem for me is here that the only feedback you get, the only way of knowing whether you're about to record or about to take an image, is this very small icon. Settings is in here, and as you can see, the phone is supposed to be held in landscape position, so you can use the button which is out here on the side. I suppose that's why the settings are landscape oriented as well. But there's not much to say, they're pretty simple to use. You can have effects in here. You can set something, you can go back, you can change the resolution, you can go back, you can do some other settings, and you can restore to default. Also you can put on lights here if you wish to. So that's for the video. For the camera, the settings are scenes, which detects which kind of scenery you're in. If there's a lot of light, let's say if you're on a beach, if there's a lot of backlight, candlelight, whatever. Pretty usable. There's a number of effects as well as on the video. The resolution is set the same way as on the video, and whatever. And similar to the video, you'll have some options out here for setting the flash on and off. In the video it's a permanent light, here it's a flash. And I think it's pretty clever that it's as accessible as here, instead of having to go in some kind of menu. Even though it wouldn't take you many clicks or many tabs to go in here, it's still nice to have them right at your fingertips. As you can see, there's also autofocus on everything here, which is very nice. If I take a picture, I will take it out here. It's not possible for me to touch the screen, or tap, or do anything in order to take the picture, so I'll press the button out here. It'll use flash. And as you can see, the image will then be moved up. I'll just do it again. Image will be moved up and be up here. So this indicates that you have your images up here. That's where you kind of store them, and it's very nice to have this easy access to your images. Whenever I take a picture, whenever I wish to view it, I will have this question, and I don't want to share my pictures online. The problem is here that I don't have any ways of getting out of this. Normally I don't talk about bad design as such. Normally I talk about designers that didn't have enough time to do this or that, that didn't have the right resources to do things. But this is an example of bad design. Sorry, designer X out there who did this. This is an example of bad design. Automatically share pictures online. Pictures taken will be uploaded to SkyDrive. This will use your data plane and may incur charges. So it's very nice that they tell me that this might be expensive. The problem here is that the only thing on the screen that looks like a button is OK. So if I press OK, something will happen with Sky Files. I don't want to do that, so the only thing I can do here is to go backwards. Then I go back to my picture. That's kind of fair enough. Now what would you do if you want to go back to the camera now? I can tell you what I did the first 50 times I took a picture. I pressed back, I wish to go back to the camera. And then I closed down the application. Let's do it again. I take a picture. The picture is popped up here. I want to see the picture, so I do like this. I then have this question. I don't even get to see the picture before I'm asked about this Microsoft thingy called SkyDrive. No, I just wish to view it because then I can figure out if I want to take another picture of the same motive or something. Then I can do one thing here, I can press OK. Of course I'm not going to do that because I'm not interested in this crappy Skyfile thing. So I press back. I would expect a cancel or something here or no, but the only thing I get is OK. And then when I go back here, again, I press back to go back to the camera and I close it. Now what I'm supposed to do is to take the picture, view the picture, go back, and then scroll back somehow to the camera. Only I cannot do that. Now after 3 attempts I did it. Watch this crap. This is not intuitive. This is not easy to understand. It's a waste of precious space when I go in here because there's a lot of black stuff but there's not a cancel, or there's not a no, or there's not a don't ever ask me again. Now if I go in here and to choose an option which doesn't look like a button, I have my friends on Skyfiles, me, or don't upload. And then I can press OK. But I need to press don't upload and then OK instead of just pressing cancel or something. So now I have selected that I don't wish to upload because I selected that option in this stupid query. Now when I see the picture I get all these options. But these options are inaccessible unless I go through the agony of saying no, damn it, no, I don't want to do your crap, no, I don't want to use your Skyfile thingy. Instead of doing the obvious thing is to say no, I don't want to do this, I'll just go back. Because you don't have the option straight in your face for cancelling. Now I can do all this kind of stuff here which is useful for me and easy to use as well. Only I never get to do it. So please, whoever designed this, do a query that makes sense instead of just having people saying OK, or do buttons that looks like buttons instead of doing a drop-down list that doesn't look like a drop-down list because it doesn't have an arrow or something on it. So overall the camera is pretty simple to use. It does have a stepwise zoom, but that's acceptable. And it has some clever things such as this scrolling here where you scroll up at the top so you have easy access to images. But it's only been in the last 10 minutes of my usage of this phone that I figured out that I could get away from this Skyfile thingy by pressing don't upload and then get all these nice and usable features.